Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be covering the setup of YouTube Live once your OBS is set up. So if you haven't already done that, go ahead and go back to the last unit in the prepping live stream section and take a look at that. But without further ado, let's hop on over to our second monitor so we can take a look and see how we actually set up YouTube Live. So first we're going to do is we're going to open up the internet browser and go to youtube.com. Once that loads up, we're going to start the process of signing in. If you haven't already done this, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click the sign in button in the top right and enter your Miami credentials. This is what your students will have to do too to be able to chat in your live stream. So it'll take us over to our standard Miami login. Okay, and we're gonna have to duo authenticate. Okay, got that. And so once we're successfully logged in, it should kick us back to the YouTube homepage where we can get started. So the first thing we gotta do, we gotta hit the create button that we had to click earlier and hit go live. Now, if you haven't already done this, clicking that go live button the first time will put you into a timing period so that YouTube can verify you. That's normal. But after 24 hours, you should be able to come back and see this screen. And so as you can already see, I've already got like a live stream set up here. But what'll pop up when you log in for the first time will be this screen. Okay? So go ahead and get a new live stream. And so essentially what you'll have to do is you'll have to edit all this information as I mentioned in the steps, right? And so first you'll have to put in your title. For my title, I've put in Zachary Lawson Test Stream, which, should be fine. And then you're going to have to write a description about your video, which, if you're not planning on sharing it later, it's fine to leave blank if it's just between you and your students in a quick tutoring session. That's fine too. And to go down here, you're going to need to go through and set your visibility. So one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to decide whether you want to stream private, unlisted, or public. Each of these have different settings, but they're all really similar to the Google Docs settings like this. So essentially what public is public. When you make a live stream public, anyone on the internet who's browsing can find that link. When you make it unlisted, they have to have a link similar to Google Docs. But when it's private, that's only for testing purposes, and only you can see the stream that's up. So right now, I'll leave mine set to private, but likely you guys will want to set your streams as public or unlisted, depending on your purpose. All right, so I'm going to hit done. And then you're going to want to select your category. For most of the stuff that we do at Dragonfly, I've always set the category as education. If you guys are doing some things, outside of Project Dragonfly's work, you can take a look and see if you fit anything. But most of the time, we're going to be in either education or science and technology. Here, you're going to want to upload a thumbnail. This will be what comes up when you share the link with somebody through like Skype and things like that. So if you want to promote the video, set something, but I'm just leaving it blank. And also, if you want to string your lessons together, you can add a playlist. But we'll just skip over that for now. At the bottom here, we have to declare that the audience of our video is not kids. This isn't saying that your video is too obscene for children, but it's just showing that your intention is, for adults and not children. YouTube has a separate thing called YouTube Kids, and so it uses this to sort out the content. And also, we can just skip over all of this. These are not things we need to know. And after, we make sure everything's okay, we hit save. And that will save all of our details for our stream. Okay, so at this point, what you can do is you can either go ahead and get rolling, but after you create your stream details, it's a good idea to go ahead and share it out. So what this is, you can share a link to your stream with anyone. It'll appear as upcoming. It doesn't matter if it's occurring right now. But when your stream goes live, whoever has that link will be able to access it, whether it's public or enlisted. So at this stage, what you should do is you should copy the video link and share it out with your students who need it, whether that be in your Dragonfly workshops or over an email. Just copy that link and it should take them to it when the stream goes live. So moving on, what we have to do for our first time setup is get our stream key ready. And so this is where things can be a little bit confusing. But the good news is you only have to do this one time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at our stream key. Now this is what we put into OBS to actually connect it to our YouTube channel. And so all you got to do is you got to press copy. You got to bring it over to OBS. So I have it open here and another tab. I'm just going to drag it on over and show you where to go. All right, so now that we've copied our stream key, we're going to full screen our OBS and click the settings button. It's the second to last button under the controls tab. So we'll click on it there. And then we're going to go over into the setting menu here and click stream. Now, when you open up stream, everything should be empty for you. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to identify that you're streaming on YouTube Live. And so what we're first going to do is we're going to select YouTube from the drop-down menu. It should be this first one here. It's right underneath Twitch for me. It should be for you too. And then you're going to leave the server the same. And you're going to take the stream key and paste it into this. Now, as you can see, it's hidden here. I recommend keeping that hidden unless, you're just double checking to make sure it's the same key and everything's working okay. Because anyone who has your stream key can live stream to your YouTube channel. So it is pretty sensitive data. Make sure to keep that hidden at all times whenever you're live streaming. But after that's pasted in, what we're going to do is we're going to hit apply and hit OK. So with that being said, we are actually now set up to live stream to YouTube. All you have to do to get it started is hit the start streaming button. And once it goes there, what you can do is it should pass that signal back over to YouTube. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my YouTube studio where I was. And it should connect here. So as you can see, the picture that I have in OBS right here that I'm currently streaming is now visible in YouTube. I'm sure that my audio is coming through too, but because of technical difficulties, I will leave that muted for now. Just know that you can check it by pressing the unmute. So once you're live, I'll just point out a quick thing here. You can do whatever and keep all of your project in OBS, changing it back and forth if you want, leave it on the same thing, whatever's fun. But here's where you're going to see your chat. And so like if your students want to type to you, this is where their messages will come up. As you can see, I swapped the scene in OBS and it's now appearing on the stream. There's a little bit of a delay, but that's a good thing. I'll go ahead and swap it back here. But yeah, you'll want to monitor this, and whenever you get done, all you have to do to end the stream is click end stream there, hit end, and then what you're going to do is you're going to stop streaming on OBS. And so now there's no signal going through on YouTube Live, and there's no signal coming through from OBS, which is exactly what you want. So without further talking here, that is essentially, all you need to know. I recommend practicing with this a couple of times in the private server, but all you need to do from this point on to stream for your students is to actually just go live and stream. Share out your link, and they'll be able to see it when it comes up. Have you time set up, and you don't need to do much from there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next thing. See ya.